Hey guys, I'm Jack.
And I'm Marcella.
And we just finished rewatching Star Wars The Phantom Menace, Episode 1.
So we know a lot of people hate on the prequels. We personally enjoy them.
Yeah.
Obviously we don't enjoy them as much as the original trilogy, but they're still good movies to us.
They're not bad, they're good. And there's obviously a lot of issues with...
which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
Some things that... because I actually haven't watched Phantom Menace in a long time.
In a while, yeah.
Yeah, so it was...
well, because it's not like the one that you really go... when you go to watch Star Wars, you don't go watch The Phantom Menace.
That's true.
You go and you watch, like
A New Hope.
A New Hope,
Yeah.
or The Force Awakens. Or even, we really like Revenge of the Sith, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Right now we're going to talk about The Phantom Menace. And if you have not seen The Phantom Menace, then... I mean, it's a pretty cool movie. It's really good. The CGI is really outdated, honestly, and there's some issues with it, but it's really great getting his backstory, Anakin, and all the parallels that you see, like little moments that really tie in.
If you've seen the other Star Wars movies and you
have to see the prequels,
and you haven't watched the prequels, it's still worth it to watch, at least just so that you can just see it for yourself.
Yeah,
because a lot of people hate on it, so you just have to watch it for yourself and make your own opinion.
Yeah, because we really do love Anakin, and his story with Padme is really sad and heartbreaking, but it's a really great story to watch. And yeah, so we're gonna delve into some spoilers now about The Phantom Menace.
Yep.
So if you've not seen it, then you cannot stay. But you could definitely watch it and then watch this, and then next week we will be talking about Attack of the Clones. So you should binge watch the first two.
Definitely. So overall, I mean, it's a little bit slow in the beginning.
Yes.
It takes kind of like a long time to get to the actual story, and like I think it was a good, I want to say,
it was a good like 40 minutes
until we even get to see
Anakin.
So it's kind of slow in that way.
I feel like this entire movie, it has its high points and then it'll go low for a while and then it'll go up again. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, we really enjoy the scenes with Anakin when you first meet Anakin and he's on Tatooine and you see his mother and you get his story about how they're slaves, and Qui-Gon goes there, and Obi-Wan and Padme's there, and I love this scene when Anakin and Padme meet, and he's like, "Are you an angel?" It's like,
and then
we
have the line from Anakin, and he's like, "Oh, she calls him a slave," and he's like, I'm a person. My name is Anakin." I love that part. And then he eventually gives her the wooden necklace.
The necklace, for her. Yes, yeah. Yeah, and Qui-Gon knows immediately that he is the chosen one and the Force is very powerful. I feel like a lot of the political talk in this is kind of not like boring, but just slow moving.
That was the low points of the movie.
Yeah, like a lot of just discussing and the politics and stuff. And like it's interesting, and then there are times when you kind of like tune out and you're like, okay, but I want to know what's going on with Anakin, and I would have liked actually to see more of Anakin and Obi-Wan's relationship. I think because you got to see more of Anakin and Qui-Gon, and then
Qui-Gon ends up dead, and Obi-Wan is left to pretty much train Anakin on his own.
Yeah, and you really see their friendship obviously in the later prequels, but
I guess because
there's a huge
age difference, so I guess that friendship had to grow in the second movie.
Qui-Gon was such an essential part of Anakin's story, really. He was a really great mentor for him, and
he believed in him. He was really the only one who believed in him, because the Jedi Council didn't want
said no.
Yeah, they didn't want Anakin to become a Jedi. They thought he was too old, and he was just they just didn't. Yoda was like, no, his future's clouded. Like, we're not dealing with this.
Well, because Yoda
should have listened to Yoda. They should have listened to Yoda.
Yoda sensed that fear in him immediately, and
that's
the
big
whole
part
thing about like how fear leads to the dark side ultimately through all those emotions, and
that controls Anakin throughout
the entire
movies.
And that immediately that fear of losing his mother. Oh gosh, I really like the pod racing scene with Anakin, and how Qui-Gon makes this bet that, I want them out of slavery, because he immediately wants to take Anakin.
I love the scene when Anakin is leaving with Qui-Gon, and he goes in and he says bye to C-3PO. Yeah. And he's just kind of like, alright, well, I'm off to train as a Jedi. It was nice knowing you. I'll make sure that Mom doesn't sell you. He's like, sorry, I couldn't finish you.
Oh yeah, I really love seeing C-3PO, and I love that realization that Anakin made him, and oh gosh,
yeah, that's a lot of feelings.
It's a lot of feelings. Yeah. And then you eventually see when he's in the ship, and then you see R2-D2 there, and yes. Oh, I just love seeing those guys.
Yeah, it was the first time that they flew together.
Yes.
R2-D2.
Yeah.
My favorite scene is the ending, the whole fight scene with Darth Maul. That's the best part of the movie. Mm-hmm. The fight scene with him and Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan.
Well, I love his lightsaber. His lightsaber is so awesome. Mm-hmm. And it was really cool to see two Jedi going up against him. And yeah, you know, I wish that he made it through more of the prequels. We were talking to my dad about this. My dad loves him too. And, you know, they have this fantastic character who's scary looking. Like,
he's scary looking, has an awesome
cool,
lightsaber.
Yeah.
And we don't really know much about him at all.
No. They kind of, he's just there, and then he's not.
And then he's dead.
And then that's it. And, you know, I did think that the scene of his actual death was a little, not like anticlimactic, but
it was really short.
He had two Jedis going up against him, and Obi-Wan was able to just take him down immediately. Like, I don't know, it was kind of, I guess, brief. Yeah, it was too short. Like, I would have liked to see more of a drawn-out fight, even though the three of them was drawn out, not so much Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I would have liked to see more of that. Yeah, you get to see the Emperor before he's really the Emperor, and Palpatine, and how manipulative he is, and I love Padme's reveal in it that she's really the queen, and that the actual queen that was there was not really, was like her disguise, like her cover.
The thing that I think is more annoying watching this as I'm older is Jar Jar Binks. I think I enjoyed him more when I was younger.
When I was little, I liked him. When I was little, I thought these movies were fantastic, and I really liked Jar Jar Binks. He was funny.
What do you think about him now?
Now he's really obnoxious, honestly. He interrupts everybody frequently. Like, they're in the middle of like having like a conversation at the dinner table, and his tongue like shoots out. And it's not funny. Like, he's trying to be funny, and it's not.
I can't. He's in like almost every scene of this movie.
Yeah.
It's like I kept looking at you as we were watching it, and I'm like, he's in this scene too, and look, he won't stop talking. He's just he was not my favorite thing.
No, I think that they wanted him to be like this comic relief, and you know, he is. Like, when you're little, like I was little going to the movies and seeing him, and he was really cool. But now, like, as an adult, I can see why a lot of people like didn't like him, and why they ended up really like not making him such a prominent figure.
I don't think we see his kind again ever again.
That battle
with Jar Jar Binks, that whole part with him, and then all of the other Jar Jar Binks. That wasn't my favorite. I thought that was like,
and like they have like
there was a lot going on, and there was just like the whole shield, and like then the whole robots, and I don't know. I mean, it was alright.
The CGI is just really.
I like the scene. What's going on more with like Anakin and Obi-Wan, like that.
The characters.
Yeah, I don't Jar Jar.
Well, there was a lot of CGI, and it cut very quickly. Like, oh, for a second you're in this scene, and then quickly we gotta go see what's going on with Jar Jar Binks in the fight. Like, I
can't forget Jar Jar Binks.
Like, I get what they were trying to do, but I don't know, like, I didn't really, I never really fully cared so much about, like, this political aspect. Like, it's interesting, but it's not my favorite, you know, and that war, that whole battle is not my favorite either, and I really love the pod racing scene. I love Anakin, I love Padme, I love Qui-Gon.
Yeah, my two favorite scenes in this movie are the pod racing scene, and then the whole fight, the whole ending.
Well, I think those are the best scenes. Yeah, those are the highlights. And yeah, I did like the pod racing scene, because you get to see Anakin's initial love of being a pilot and flying, and how he used the Force, and it's just really, really cool.
That's pretty much, I think, our main thoughts on the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, we enjoy it, but
again, it's not our favorite.
Yes,
but we're really excited to keep going.
Yes, I'm loving going back and rewatching these for like the millionth time. It's so much fun.
Just so you know, we've seen all of the Star Wars movies, so none of these are new to us. It's just us revisiting, and just we want to talk about it with you guys and get excited for The Last Jedi.
Exactly. We're gonna be putting these up every week, talking about Star Wars movies, and maybe we'll throw out like another Star Wars movie. Like, we want to do a Last Jedi prediction. Maybe we'll do like favorite characters, our top favorite movies once we're all done maybe. Like, yeah, there's some ideas that we have, and let us know what you guys want as well. If you guys have any Star Wars video ideas that we could do,
and let us know your thoughts down below
Let
about
us
the Phantom
know.
Menace. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say.
Who was your favorite character? It was Jar Jar.
It was Jar Jar Binks, wasn't it? So if you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more Star Wars reviews to come.
You can also follow us on Twitter and Snapchat. We're at City of the Feels.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye!